couple of fellows have requested, I'm gonna do it. Okay, so as we discussed, we are going to download a dbeaver community platform, which is a universal database manager. It's nothing which is out of the box that we are going to do today. It's just the second software or extra software on which we can run our SQL query, but it is more user friendly compared to Codio as far as the SQL queries are concerned, and it is specifically designed to run SQL queries. Okay, so we good on that so far?
Yes.
Perfect. So I want everyone to open their browser. Once again, any browser is fine. Google Chrome, Firefox, Microsoft Edge. Okay, once you are in here, just in Google type it, the thing that you want to download. So it's like dbeaver community. Let's download. Okay. Okay. And once you search it, once again, it's dbeaver community download. Looks like I did a typo, but that's completely fine. It's showing me the correct result. And this is the one that we will be clicking on. Okay, so it's download dbeaver community. I'm going to click on that. It is going to take me to the page for the installation. Okay, and here are the options that I can get. So I'm not sure if you can see the demarcation, but this one is for Windows. Okay, and this one is for the Mac user. Okay, once again, unfortunately, I've never used Mac, so I'm not sure what does this mean. But as far as I understand, it is maybe the processor your laptop is using. So it's Mac OS for Intel, and then Mac OS for Apple Silicon. So depending on your type of computer, please select the file. If it is Intel, then this one, and then if it is Apple Silicon, this is this one. I might be giving you wrong advice, but yeah, you guys know your system much better than me. So this is for Mac user, all the Windows user. Okay, we are in here. Okay, so you go to Windows installer, click on that. Okay, once you click on that, a file should start downloading in here. Okay, and let's wait for it to complete the download. Depending on your computer speed, it might take less or more time than what you are seeing in here. Thank you, Chris, for providing a guidance. So, guys, Chris is a Mac user. So, anybody who is using Mac and have any question, Chris is basically putting the information in the Zoom chat. So, if you have any question, please go through his chat. And if you have any question, I would suggest you to put the question in the same thread of Chris's message, and he might be able to help you. Chris, is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay. So once the file is ready, okay, either you can go to your download folder or simply click from here. Okay, so it's a exe file, which is to basically install the software. Sorry, Philip, I didn't know what are the things that are open. So I'm going
No, it's okay. It's okay. No worries.
Perfect. Okay. So now, once you open it, okay, it should give you the simple installation process thing. Okay, the app you are trying to install isn't a Microsoft verified app. Okay, so depending on your computer setting, it might give you some additional warnings. Okay, but I do trust this application, so we can say install it from anywhere. Basically, this application that we have downloaded doesn't belong to Microsoft verified app. That's what it is just giving us a warning. Depending on your computer setting, it might not give you that particular warning. So don't worry about it if you didn't get the warning. Okay, so language selection, it's English. Okay, next. It's a standard terms and condition that comes with any regular software. So you hit I agree. Here is the one is like the software that they are going to use, okay, or going to install is going to be used by whom. So for example, as you must be knowing that for your computer, you can basically create different profile for different user. So if you say for anyone who uses this computer, so somebody is even basically logging into your computer from different profile, you still want them to use this software, or it's only you who is going to use it. So it doesn't really matter if you go with from anyone, if nobody's using your computer, or if there are more people who are using your computer, go with for me and then next. Okay, so these are some standard. Okay, so it says as a Mac user, open the download and straight away open the application. Didn't show following prompts. Chris, am I on the right track? Perfect. So as far as I know, Abhishek, once you download the DMG file, you have something that goes from the file to the application, the standard, installation process in Mac. So you basically drag it and put it to application. That's what I know, but I'm not sure if the things are changed right now.
So I double clicked the dbeaver thing and it just right away opened the application.
Okay, so that should be good.
Same
So
for
wait,
me too.
okay,
Okay, so I am on the right track then, right?
perfect. So you should be good then. If it is open and if you think it is already installed, then you're good. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
perfect. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep the standard selection. It says select components to install. So it says dbeaver community. That's what we want. And if there are any other files, if you want, you can select it. Otherwise, just go hit next. Okay, this is the file or basically the path in which the software will be installed. So by default, it would be always your C drive user and then the the application data on your local machine. And I'm not going to change it, going to keep the same file path. And I would suggest all of you to do the same. Go hit next. Perfect. And here it says like the start menu folder, and I'm okay with dbeaver community. So just keep it as dbeaver community and say install. Okay, and it will take some time, once again, depending on your computer speed and how much space you have in your C drive or something. So basically it's varies machine to machine. By the time it installs, do anybody have any other question, or is there anyone who didn't reach to this platform?
I have downloaded it and installed it, but I do not see any.
Guys, if you are having a side noise, would you please mute it, because of the single screen, it's hard for me to figure out from where the basically voice is coming. Okay, perfect. No, so Chris, don't create anything. We will do. I mean, if it is giving you the option, then just create it. That's fine. But if you just want to create it from scratch, don't. If it is asking you if they want to create sample database, just say yes. Okay.
There is no icon for this on the screen.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll find it. If the icon is not there, that's completely okay. Okay, because once you hit finish, you see this option. It says create desktop shortcut. So if you click in here and then you hit finish, then it will create a desktop shortcut for you. But that's never the issue. If you haven't done it and you hit finish, that's completely fine. We can create shortcut later on too. But right now I'm going to show you how we can find it. So I'm going to hit finish. I'm going to ask you one last time. Is there anyone who didn't reach to this level? Who is Windows user, who is Mac user? Mac user might have a different thing. Oh, sorry, it's for Windows user. Whoever didn't reach to this stage. Anyone? Okay, so looks like everybody is fine. I'm going to go hit finish, and that's it. So because I created a desktop shortcut, it gave me an option in here. So this is how it should look like if you click on the desktop shortcut. If not, you can simply go to your search option. Okay, here you can simply type it. Okay, so it's already showing in recommended. So if it is showing like this, you can click on that in the recommended. If it is not, you can simply searching it. So for example, DB were if you put DBE, the application should be there on top, and you can double click in here too. So from anywhere it is fine, from the recommended menu, from the search menu, and from if you have desktop application, it should be from here. The version the version that I'm using is a previous version than this one. So the things might look a little bit different. I just came from the work, and then when I opened the dbeaver community, it asked me to upgrade it, and I said no, not right now, because I didn't knew how much time it would take for me to do all that things, and I didn't want it to be late in the session. So if it is too much different for you, please let me know. Okay, so just for 1 second, I'm going to open it in Philips the desktop itself. So I'm just going to double click and open.
You can cancel this.
Sorry, because see, Philip, there
It-
might be some things that I'm not able to see. If it is a security reason, is it showing you something?
No, no, there's no problem. Just cancel this one.
No.
This
So,
one.
yeah, so the one that you are seeing, cancel this one, is we are not able to see.
Ah, okay. Just a minute. Okay.
Can you please,
Okay, now from here.
yeah, can you please
Ye-
open the software for me?
Okay,
Perfect,
it's opening. Yeah.
perfect, perfect. So, guys, once you are in here, please let me know.
Yeah, I have opened the same page.
Perfect. Okay, so it is asking you. So it might ask you to create a sample
Okay, this
data.
is exactly what I see.
Perfect. So just say yes. I'll tell you later on why. So right now, just say yes and say okay. Just hit yes if it is asking you. If you have said no, that is completely fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. So I'm going to say yes, and so it is asking to basically to improve, performance of the software and something. It might collect some data or something like that. If you don't want to share your data, you can simply say do not share data and confirm. Perfect. Okay. So here we are. Are you guys with me? Is everybody is on this page? Yes or no?
Yep.
Yes.
On the
Perfect.
same
Yeah,
page. But the thing is, like, I'm able to see the black screen, and here on it's white.
Okay, so it's just the dark theme and the regular mode theme. So it's a dark mode and a regular mode. So depending on your computer setting or maybe the software setting, you might be seeing, if, as far as you are seeing the same thing, color doesn't matter. Okay.
here I got one pop-up screen on the it says that can't lock workspace at C user admin like that. It seems that you have another dbeaver instance running.
Yeah. So that means you must have had that software installed before. So you can simply search it about dbeaver community. Okay, it should be there.
This one I can ignore that. Huh?
I'm not sure if you have to ignore it
Here
or not.
there are 3 options. It's abort, retry, or ignore.
Okay, so just go with ignore right now. I would say that's the best bet.
And after that creates a sample database. Yes, I got.
Yes, perfect.
So here I want to give no.
Say yes.
Sample data. Yes.
Say yes.
Okay.
Yes, no doesn't really matter, but say yes, because later on, if you want to create your own table or your own database files, basically, you can do it in the same. Basically, using this database, you can create more tables and you can practice on your own. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Perfect. Perfect. So, guys, we good so far? Everybody's on the same page. I'm asking for the last time. I am not. Yeah, I'm not reading the messages because I cannot. Once again, because of the screen limitation. So feel free to unmute before I switch to my own screen. I want everyone to be here on this page. Perfect. So
Yes.
Yes, Halloween.
Yes.
perfect, perfect. You don't need to confirm. If you are there, that's fine. If you are not there, let me know. Perfect. Yeah.
Moira, I'm a little bit late, and then I'm doing the download this BBeaver, and
Okay.
I'm in the browser. Can I share my screen?
Yes, you can. Yeah. So just say next.
I'm here.
Just say next. Install. Okay, let it install. Once it installs, basically, if possible, do a create desktop shortcut and then finish. So the desktop shortcut would be created for you. Once you are there, just double click on it to open it. It might ask you to open or basically create the sample database and just hit OK and you should be good. Okay?
Okay.
Any questions? Are we good?
No, I'm good.
Perfect. So looks like you have done dbeaver Enterprise Edition. Okay, it's not a community edition. So it's exactly like using a dbeaver like Tableau Public and Tableau Desktop.
So
Okay.
this is a wrong I did.
Yeah, so this is the wrong type of product or basically software you have done. DBeaver Enterprise is much better version, I would say, but I think it will ask, it might ask you to pay something. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't used it, but DBeaver Community Platform is the one that we are going to use. Okay,
Oh, okay.
perfect. So just say create desktop and then, yeah, it might ask you, it might not. If it is something different, that I might ask you to download community version. Okay, so just 1 second. For example, okay, so for example, if that doesn't work for you, okay, I would say go with DBeaver community download. Okay, perfect. And then this is the one that you'll be using.
Okay.
Okay, and then because it's Windows, it's this one.
Okay.
Okay, so if that doesn't open, then only go and install this. The installation process is exactly same. Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
Okay, I'll do it.
No worries, but don't do it before. Just go and try Enterprise Edition. If it works, I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, guys. So now I'm going to share my screen. And what you will be seeing would be, next slide. Wow, that's good. Perfect. So here we are at the C1 training site. Okay. And we will do two things. Let's do three things. We will upload 3 different database files. One is the one that we have worked upon already. That is a murder case. Okay, which is a crime database, I think. The second one is one of the knowledge check database, in which we also have a database file. And the third one would be the case that we will be working tomorrow, which is handling null values in SQL. So let's say if you are more comfortable with this particular software, tomorrow while Viviana is running his SQL queries on Jupyter Notebook and many other fellows are running it on Codio, you can do it in this particular software if you like it. If you don't like it, it's better to stick to Codio. Okay, but once again, no TA support would be given to you if you get an error or if you are struggling. So it is advisable to get it with Codio. If you are 100% confident, if you have previous experience with SQL queries, you can do it in here. Otherwise, if you put screenshot of that particular software, no TA would be able to help you. So don't expect them to reply if you are not using Codio just for tomorrow. Perfect. So let's see. Here is the introduction to SQL part 1. Okay, and which is SQL Basics. I think SQL Basics Murder in SQL City Part 2. Let's go to that file. I'm not 100% sure if that is the one, but you should be all seeing the same thing in your computer. So I would suggest everyone to go to the Codio case for SQL City, and I'm going to wait for 10 seconds for you to get to that page and then do whatever I say. Okay, and these steps are going to remain the same. I'm going to zoom a little bit so you can see it clearly. This step is going to remain the same for all the C1 cases of SQL that we have so far. Okay, so the process is same. Go to view. Okay, once you are in Codio, go to view, go to file tree, click on that. Once you are in file tree, something similar should open. Okay, here you can say all the files within this Codio case. So let's say if you like to work with PDF file, you can get the PDF file from here. You can right click and download it. So you will get the PDF file for that particular case. Here is the database file that says crime_database.db. Yeah. So it says crime_database.db. Right click on that and download. Okay.
Can you repeat the process again?
Perfect. I can go to view. Let's say by default, you will be in this view. Okay, I'm going to close this. Yeah, so by default, once you open your Codio, you would be in this view. Click on view, which is this one. Okay, this one. Select the second option, which is file tree. Once you click on that, a new window will open with the name of file tree. Here is the file that we need. Okay, here is the file that we need. And then right click, not left click. Okay, right click and download. Is everybody with me right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Downloading.
What's the file called? What's the name of the file we need? Oh, the crime database. Okay.
So
Sorry?
we need to download only one file, right?
Yeah, so basically whatever
It
database
is
file
in
that we,
week what?
guys, it is in SQL murder case. The case was covered across 2 weeks, so you can download it from part 1 or part 2, whatever part you are okay with. So if it is in week 12, it's part 1. If it is week 13, it is part 2. So it doesn't really
In-
matter. The
In
database
the
file
both
is same.
cases, file is the same, right?
Yeah, the database file is same. We good?
Yes.
Yeah, good so
Perfect.
far.
Yeah. So now I
Mhm.
want Philip. Philip, have you downloaded the file?
Sure, it's the knowledge.
Perfect. So can you please share your screen again, because I already have it in my computer, so I don't want to confuse people. But I'll share my community software with you, so you can see all the database that I've downloaded, the tables that I've created, how I'm using sample database and everything. Perfect.
There you go.
Yes. Okay. So now you already downloaded it, right?
Yeah, it's in downloads.
Perfect. So now I'm going to go to dbeaver. Perfect. I have to request a remote control, and there you go.
No, it's,
So once you download, now it is time to upload. Okay.
mhm.
So I'll go to dbeaver. Can you see this little icon that says new database connection? Okay, this
Yes.
is the one. So click on that. It will give you option of all the
Mhm.
database connection that you can make through your dbeaver community platform. Okay. The
Mhm.
database file that we have is SQLite, because we have, I think, used already informed a couple of times. The database that we are working in C1 is a SQLite file. Okay. So I'm going to click on that and hit next. Okay. It is SQLite once again. Hit next. And then
Mhm.
it is asking me the path. Okay. So path is basically where is my file located. So I can click on open. Locate the file. So yours must be in
Downloads. Should be
downloads.
downloads.
Okay.
Yeah, should be
Yeah.
there.
And then here is the file which says crime_database.db. Just click on that and open. Okay, and finish.
Mhm.
Once it is finished, you can see the database file has already been. So right now we have
Yeah.
two database. One is database. One is our sample database. When we said yes, if you have said no, you won't have this sample database. So don't worry about it. Okay. Now let's explore the things that I know about dbeaver, because the software in itself must be having lot more to offer. Due to time limitation, I might not be able to discuss everything, or you can say my limitation of knowledge too. I might not be knowing each and every button or the things, but the important things here are these. Okay, so this is the first one. Okay, which is our, like, basically the list of the databases that we have. Then this is the place where we will be running our query, and this is the place where we'll be getting the output. We good so far?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So now when I
Good question. I'm sorry, I'm a little late. Where I can find the data
so
you already unload over there.
yeah, so I it is in Codio.
In Codio, okay.
So I already discussed it once again.
Mhm,
Once you are in the SQL Murder City case, you
mhm.
click on view,
I
then
did.
go to file tree, then you right click on the database file, and then you download. So once you download, it is downloaded to your computer.
Okay, got it.
Okay, perfect. Then you hit on the connection, you hit on SQLite, go next, find your file, and then click finish. Okay. Perfect.
I
Now
try follow you.
okay, so it's good now, right? Okay, anyways, guys, I'm recording this session, so let's not repeat one thing more than 2 times, so that we can cover everything that we intend to, right? So now when I said graphical, right? Graphical is something that you can see with your eyes, and you can basically understand how the database structure is, what are the tables in there, what are the column structure in each database, what are the data type and everything, which is not possible in Codio, which is possible in this software. So can you see this little arrow? If you click on that, okay, it will, first time it will might ask you to download one driver, that is compatible with the community settings. So just say download and that's it. It will not take more than 10 seconds and that's it. So if you download, you will get this view. It is crime database. So every database by default has these properties: tables, views, indexes, sequence, table triggers, and data types. Okay, if I go here, you will find a similar structure. So whatever database file you will upload, you will see this structure in this software. Now, the things that we are familiar right now is with the tables and the views. Okay, so I'm going to go once again, going to hit in here. This will list all the tables that we have in our crime database file. Do you remember these tables, which is crime
Yes.
scene, driver, Facebook event, gym, and everything, right? If you once again click on the arrow, it will give you more properties of the table. So what are the tables? What is the primary key? What is the foreign key? If there are any triggers attached to this particular table, and so on and so forth. Okay. So if you go to column, it will give you the list of all the columns that exist in particular table. Okay. So right now, if you read, it's in crime database crime database. From crime scene table, the columns are date, type, city, country, and description. Okay. I can once again, if I don't want this information, I can click in here, I can go to keys and see. So there are like primary key, if there are foreign keys, everything is mentioned. If it is not there, it will not open, the arrow will just go. So let's say there are no triggers in this table. So if I click on that, the arrow will go. That means there is no further information for it to create a tree. Same thing, so you can explore all the tables at your own wish. Now, if you remember, many people asked about ERD, like from where I can get this ERD, how it is that, okay? So what you will do, you go to the crime database here and just double click, okay? If you double click in there, I think it's not crime database, I think it's table, perfect. So you go on tables, okay? Once again, under the database, when it says table, you double click on table, and this something like this should open on your right, okay? It will give you the information of what are the table name, what is the table type, and the same information if it is views, indexes, a trigger or data type or everything, all the information that we are having is the same in here. But the thing that we are interested is in second tab. Can you see this where it says ER diagram? This one?
Yes.
Okay, so this is ER diagram is ERD, that stands for Entity Relationship Diagram. If you click on that, it will show you the diagram that we were having it. Okay, it might show you a little bit different, but you can always drag it and put it the way you want. The connection is still going to remain the same, and you can basically create the view that you really like, okay, or the things that you are comfortable with. We good so far?
Yes.
Perfect. So once again, to get to the ERD, you simply double click on the tables within the database, and it will create or basically give you the ERD for that particular database. Okay. Okay, perfect. So virtual, yeah. So now let's say if these two tables are not connected, and if I want to connect it, what you can do, you can take it and like I'm going to left click, drag it and put it to any other table, and it will ask me what is the table name, reference type, primary key, and I can create those connection within table. That would be too technical, but I'm just letting you know that we can basically design our own ERD if you are comfortable. Okay, and it should the same thing. If I go to the second database, if I double click on tables, it will give me second ERD. Okay, and here, see, there is a bigger database for you to practice. So when you see selected a sample database, this is the sample database that you must have, it must be with you right now. It has lot more tables. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it's more than 14 tables, I would say. And please feel free to explore, try to understand the relationship, try to examine or explore the tables, and try to create your own short queries so that you can be more comfortable with it. We good so far?
Yes.
So
Good.
that is how we can access ERD. Now it's time to run the query. Okay. So to run a query, let's say you want to write a script of SQL script. Basically, SQL query is also called SQL script. You go in here, little drop down, and say new SQL script. the shortcut for there is control plus square bracket, which is a closing one. So whichever you are comfortable with, I'm going to go hit a new SQL script. Okay, and this will give you this thing. So right now, if you can see here, my crime database is selected. So if I try to execute any query, so for example, let's say if I say it's a table, there is a table album, so I can say select, sorry. Okay, so once I start typing it, it will also give me a suggestion that this is the word that I'm looking for. If that is the correct word, I can hit tab. Okay, once again, tab is the key, which is having this, left and right arrow. So you hit tab, so it will take that word, it will capitalize it, everything. So you don't do mistake in spelling or, a typo, which is a small letter, upper letter or something. So I can say select star from. So if I hit from and if I say album, right now it will not give me the option for album because the album table actually exists in the sample database that is given. So right now you have to be very careful when you execute the query. The database that is selected is very important. So right now it can only read the table which is in crime database file. Are we good?
Yes.
So the album
Yeah.
album table doesn't really exist. Okay, so if I try to execute this query, okay, it will give me an error. It should give me an error that okay, SQL error, missing database or unrecognized token whatsoever, but it basically couldn't figure out the query for me. Okay, the good, it says no such table album. Okay, how did I run the query? Is I pressed Control Enter. There are more ways to run the query. I'm going to discuss it in short, but I'm just going to show you the way that why it is important. How we can.
Sorry, Mayor,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't see the bottom. I don't have the bottom window where, yeah, that
Oh,
one.
So
Oh,
so when
the
you
results.
when you execute it, did you
Yeah.
execute it? Once you
Oh,
execute,
no,
then only yeah. So
how do
you
I
had
execute it again?
yeah. So you can simply select this play button. It says execute SQL query.
Oh, okay, now it's showing. Thanks.
Perfectly. So once you execute, then only this result window will pop up. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if I want to change the database, I can simply go in here. Can you see the drop down? And I can say that this query is not for this database. So all the database that you have on your left, you will get it from here. So I can go there and I can now say Control Enter and it should successfully run the query. Okay. So the database, which database you are working with is pretty important. Are we good so far?
Yes.
Can you repeat that step again? I
Yeah.
got lost.
So go to the drop down. So if let's say if album table is in not crime database, I just switched it from here. So here you will get all the list of the database which is there in your dbeaver community software. So select the appropriate database. If it is not,
Okay.
if it is there, it's fine.
Do you say this album is in the when the computer asks you if you want to practice?
Yes.
Okay, I hit no.
That's fine. That's fine. No, don't worry. Okay. We good?
It's
I'm not
okay.
sure.
I'm
Yeah,
good. Thank you.
perfect. So now,
Yeah, one quick question.
yes.
When I downloaded the crime database, I installed it, but where it says database, it doesn't say the crime database. It just says .db.
Okay, it shouldn't be the case. I'm not sure why it happened, but you can go and rename it and put it like whatever name. So name doesn't really matter. If you say CD is fine, you put your name.db is fine. As far as the file is .db and you have downloaded it from Codio, the name doesn't really matter. Okay.
It just doesn't show any name. That's the only thing I'm saying. There's no name showed, but it just said .db. But when I queried the database, it came up with all the tables we were working on.
Perfect. So you right click in here, okay, and you go to rename and you can rename your database if you want.
Where do I can see your screen? Where do I? Right. Okay.
Yeah. So right click on the database and say
Right.
rename.
Okay.
Okay. And you can give it a meaningful name. Okay.
So,
Sorry, so how do you get the bottom window again?
You execute the query.
Yes, but then
and
it shows there's an error.
Yeah, because you might be in the crime database right now. So you need to switch it from crime to dbeaver sample database because I just wanted to show you that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's why.
Mhm.
So if I go to crime database and if I execute again, okay, you will get
Okay.
the same error like this. There is no such album because right now I'm trying to execute it from the crime database because this is where it is selected. Okay. Be good.
Okay, but now, okay, now I'm in the dbeaver. So now I executed, but yeah, it's still an error.
So you are in sample database. Are you sure you said select start from album and everything is fine?
Yeah, wait, is that a colon or semicolon?
A semicolon. If you put
Okay.
colon, if you put colon, you will get an error.
Okay, now it shows it. Okay.
Perfect.
So
Oh, yes, go ahead.
I have no idea how to upload the file.
Okay, Hima, this is the connection button. You
Okay,
click in
yeah.
here, you go to SQLite, then you hit next, select the file and finish it. Okay, so once again, I'm to go to SQLite, next. Once it says next, when it says path, you go to open.
Okay, okay.
Okay, and then you go to download, select the file, hit open and finish. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So is things clear so far or it is more confusing?
Yeah, I'm trying to execute.
It's all right
It's
for
clear.
now. Yeah.
Perfect. Yes, Bhupendra Singh, you told me something.
Yeah, I'm trying to execute the file. I wrote select start from, and then I'm typing the crime scene, and there is another pop-up window appears in front of me that says different columns and all like.
Okay, no worries. Yeah. So let's say, let me type it. So right now I'm in crime database. So let's see what happens. Okay. So if I do this, does this thing open?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just making your life easier so you don't have to type. So now if I want crime scene, I will see because this is highlighted. If I simply hit tab, everything will go. The table name is selected. For our ease of use, it also creates aliases. Okay, so crime scene will be referred as CS. If you don't want it, you can simply delete it and that's completely fine. Okay, and you can say I only want to see limit 10, so first 10 values. Okay, and that's it. You execute. Once again, to execute, you can hit Control Enter, or you can put this button. Okay, execute SQL query. So I'm going to go Control Enter, and there you go.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I have the different problem here on the screen.
Sorry.
I have different problem. Like I'm trying the same. Select start from crime scene.
Yeah. Can you share your screen, please?
I will be doing that.
Guys, now all the queries are same. Okay, so we already practiced it in the session, so I'm not going to go through all the queries. The only important thing is your right database should have been selected, and then you try running your query, and then you can. The good thing is that you can save your query. So once you have you done it, yeah.
Can
So
you see the screen?
yeah, I can see it.
So when I type here,
but you didn't put select, it's select. So just put select. So that's why I told you to select it from where it is showing you. And rather than clicking it, hit tab. Tab is the shortcut. Yeah. And now you go after from, and it will show you the correct database file. Can you see this? Hit tab again. Go to the next line, hit enter, go to the next line and say limit 5 or limit 1, whatsoever. So it doesn't break. Yeah. And that's fine. Go to execute button and execute it. You good?
Yeah.
So guys, once again, I'm urging you guys or requesting you guys that please start reading error. If when you are coding, writing query, if it throws an error, don't seek for help. Read the query word by word, try to understand what it says, and then try to debug it. If you have given your enough attempt and you cannot debug it, you can always ask for help. But if you at every query, if you at every error, if you start asking for help, you will never understand that what the error says to you. As simple as that. Okay?
Yeah, like mine select spelling was wrong.
Perfect.
Sorry.
We good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Perfect. Guys, everyone, it is very important, particularly when we are heading towards, Python in future, it is very important that you understand your query correctly. Okay?
Yep.
Perfect. Now I'm going to go and sorry, you cannot minimize. Perfect. And now I'm going to share my screen so that you will be seeing my software. And there you go. Perfect. So this is the list of database that I'm having. Okay. So it's the bike store is the one that you will be practicing, I think, for knowledge check. This is the Braun database that we are going to use in tomorrow's case. If I'm not wrong, then there is a call center database. Once again, these both the cases that we are going to discuss in C1. Then this is the sample database. It's same for everyone. This is the EC3 database file that I tried to create. For example, this is a murder mystery. This is murder mystery is the same file which you are having as a crime or something like that. Okay. So these are all the database file I'm having. These are the queries that I already wrote. Okay. So now, for example, let me close all these queries. So if I close it, okay, I think I already saved every query, so it's not asking me to do that. Perfect. Perfect. And let me delete these two. I don't need it and don't need it. Perfect. So I'm going to go SQL editor, new SQL script. Okay. And there you go. So I can rename my script. Okay. So I can say right click, rename file. So if anytime, if you are writing a script or a query that you are going to use later on, okay, in the future, make sure you give your file a meaningful name. So I can say, let's say murder mystery queries. Okay. So for example, if I come later on to this thing, I should be able to see this thing which says as murder 3. This is the database file. The file name is only this murder mystery queries. So I can go to my murder mystery database. Okay. I'm not sure how did I went there, but yes. So perfect. So now if I go here, so let me see what are the tables we have. Okay. So we have these many tables and let's see, select star from drivers. Okay. And these are, if you see the table name is also there and all the columns which is attached to the table also will pop up automatically. Okay. So like this. So let's see, it's drivers and perfect. Select star from drivers. I want to select everything where age is greater than 20. That's it. As simple as that. Okay. And I'm going to execute it. Okay. And it is executed. I already got the file. If the view is not proper for you, you can hit this button. Okay. And it will give you the whole view of the table or your query result. So you can verify it. Okay. Like this in a tabular format. Once you are done, you can once again click on this little arrow that says restore and it should took it back. You can also adjust the space like this if you are having issues with the query and the results. If you want to give them an equal space, you can manually drag it and do it. Okay. Now imagine that you are happy with this query. Okay, let's write a couple of more queries. So we can say select star from crime scene limit. I think it's not going to show me limit. So limit 10. Okay, and then this is the query. So let's say execute this one. Let's even not execute this. That's fine. I'm just going to write it. So select. I'm just going to write a couple of queries so that you understand. Okay, and it's very simple queries. Select star from. Okay, I already did from individual I limit 5 and there you go. Okay, so imagine all this query are done and I'm happy with that. Okay, if you want to save it, just hit Control S and that's it. This query is saved. Okay, I'm going to go close it. And let's say next time I'm even going to go close this software and it will ask me if I really want to close it. Just say yes. Next time, let's say after 2 days, you still want to go and work on the file, or if you want to go to the same query that you have wrote, you double click on dbeaver, give it some time to breathe, basically open it. And Give it some more time to open it, I would say, depending on your computer.
It's
Perfect.
slow because the system is too heavy.
Sorry? Yeah, system is
It's
heavy.
slow because the system is heavy.
Thank you for not cursing my computer. Perfect. Okay, so every time you open dbeaver, it will give you tip of the day. That will basically help you to navigate better with the software. So please give it a read. If it makes sense, that's fine. You can read so many tips. Basically, it will give you some shortcuts, how to use the software better, whatsoever. If not, then you can close it. That's completely fine. Okay. It says, go to here, it says open SQL script. Okay, it's not there. Let me go in here. I'm not sure if I have to select the database, but let's see. Perfect. So OpenSQL search, OpenSQL script. Yeah. So if you go to OpenSQL script, because there was no database selected, that's why it gave me an error for the first time, or it basically asked me an extra step. But you go to SQL in here and you say OpenSQL script, it will give you the list of all the queries that you have saved. Okay. It will tell you the time the query was created, or basically saved rather than created. It will tell you the name. So now imagine if you didn't rename the script, it will give you script 1, script 2, script 3, script 4, and later on when you came, you will not have an idea that what does the script 2 means or what does the script 3 means. So as soon as you are trying to write something useful, always rename your SQL query script, and then later on you can get the same query once you basically want to use it. Okay, so let's say let's see what is there in script 4. I'm going to go double click it, and it will open the whole SQL script for me. And this is where I basically practiced it for myself before the session. We good?
Yes.
Any questions so far?
No.
Okay. I think, okay. Yeah, the very good thing, guys. Imagine that this is the table, okay, that we just had. Okay, this is the table. Now imagine that this is what your requirement is. You need to submit this report to someone else. What you can do is you can select this query, okay, go to execute and say export from query. So this is what you want to basically export it, and you can select whatever the file type that you want. So if you want to create a CSV file or a source code, a JSON file, whatsoever. So let's create a CSV file, which is a comma separated file. Hit next, next, and it will tell us that where is the file will be created. So you can basically give it a name and then proceed. Okay, I'm not sure if it is done, but it says transfer data exported. And let's see if I can get it in here. Yeah, so it says data.csv. I'm just gonna go and examine if that is the one which is created. No, it's something else.
It's a drivers, I think. The
It's
last
a, yeah, perfect.
driver.
Thank you, because I did it for the first time. So if you like your query result, you can simply export as an Excel and basically report it or submit it or do whatever analysis that you want to do on top of it. Okay, so that's it from my side, guys. Any more question? Who can tell me that, let's say, who is
Fruitful
ready?
session,
Who is ready? Sorry,
Fruitful session.
fruitful session. Oh, thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Whoever told it,
A lot
thank you.
better than the Codio.
Perfect. So I need one volunteer who can show me correctly that I want him or her to show me the step that how he would go to tomorrow's case. Tomorrow is our SQL case, right? So how he would find the file and how he would create, basically upload it to dbeaver community. Do we have any volunteer in here who is a Windows user? I'm sorry, guys.
I can try.
Perfect, Nee. Go ahead, share your screen. Guys, please follow Nee. He's going to show us that how we can upload tomorrow's case in in dbeaver, and then you can practice it from there. Once again, I'm not recommending you guys to use dbeaver while we are in the session, because if you get a error or something, people might not be able to help you.
And another is I can use in my work because I need permission, and then I know has the permission.
No, you cannot, yeah, perfect, you cannot use, I mean, you are not allowed to use
How
or download this software to Amazon laptop. Okay,
how we can save these commands? Just in the file save?
Control S or file save, both are the same.
Okay, thank you.
Ani,
Um,
are you
yeah,
able?
I'm using two devices. I'm using my phone to listen to you, and I'm working on my laptop. How can I do that? How can I share my?
Then you cannot, anyone who is basically through the computer, and you can quickly share your screen. Rishlata, you volunteered earlier. Are you ready? If you are here.
I already did it. So
You did
anyway,
it.
I will do it one more time.
Perfect. Makes sense.
So
And because I'm having one-to-one meeting with you right now, is that okay if we are late by 2-3 minutes?
yeah, no, that's fine. Maybe you can take 10-minute break.
Or
That's
maybe
also
yeah, I'll need like 2-3 minutes back just to get refreshed. Okay.
just a
Perfect, yeah.
sec. I don't know which screen.
We are seeing your dbeaver community right now.
Yeah, so already there is a screen. So we need to see the two screens right now, right?
No. Just go to Codio first and tell from where did you get that file. It's in Google Chrome, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, so from Google Chrome. Oh, you can.
Are we still using the same CRAM database?
Even
Or
training.
Sorry?
Enter.
Are we still using the same CRAM database for the lecture tomorrow?
No, it's not the same database. Every time there is a different case, there is a different database. So for tomorrow, she is showing how we can get. So you go to course material. Perfect.
Course material, week 14. So we are going with handling null values.
You can simply go to view, that's fine.
So view file tree. There is a Brown DB database.
Yeah, so when it says .db is the file extension for the database. Okay, so every database file will have, like for our C1 case, will have .db extension. That's an extension for SQLite database. Yeah. What you
Sorry.
did? No, it's no worries.
No, I'm just. So view file tree, Brown DB, and download.
Perfect.
So
Yeah, so minimize it, that's fine. Minimize it, that's fine. You can you can upload it one more time, and you can even delete it from dbeaver. That's fine. So once it is downloaded, you basically go out of the browser. Yeah.
Then it is on this browser. So from here, I go in a connect, SQLite. Next, I choose open, and then this one I just downloaded, open.
And finish.
And finish. So I have it.
Yeah, so can you see the first database that says only .db? So that is the database that was just added, and that's completely fine. So you can right click and delete it. Okay, so you can even connect the database file if you don't need it.
Yeah.
We good, guys? That's how you can basically get the DB database file from C1 and upload it to your dbeaver community, practice it in there. Then there is a database file which is in here, which is a sample database. You can use that too. And then next week, if time permits, I will show you that how I do. Let's say I have some of my favorite YouTubers from which I always try to learn. So if they are teaching SQL, most of them that basically drop a SQL script. So basically the query. So you have to copy it, run this query in here. So the same data, so same tables would be created. It won't be database mostly, it would be just the tables. So the tables are created and you can follow along with them. So some of them are having a, let's say 1 hour video. So before I basically go through their session, I would make sure that the same tables are with me too, so that I can follow along with their query, whatever they are teaching. I'm basically getting it. We good?
Yes, we're good. Thank you.
Very welcome. Because
Thank
this
you so
was
much.
very welcome. Was this helpful or this was not helpful?
Of
Do
Yeah,
course,
we-
That was
yeah.
very
lot.
helpful.
very good. It's very good.
A lot.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
a
useful.
lot.
And one quick question: how we can make it the screen dark like this?
Okay, so I'm not 100% sure, but it mostly from the view, if I'm not
Okay.
wrong. But it's a mostly it's you know the user
It's
setting.
look like
So
a real
coding,
coding
real
screen.
coding.
Mhm.
So I would simply suggest you just Google how to
Okay, I got it.
how to do a dark mode in
Okay.
dbeaver community. That's it. It will show you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayur.
Thank you guys for
Thank you.
joining in. See you.
Good night.
Thank
Have a
you.
good night.
Bye.
Good night.
How do we pull up previous scripts that we've already worked on? Like I did the same process, but it doesn't show it in the file.
You
file.
must not have saved it. That is the reason. If you save it, then only it will show.
Where's the command for it to say? Because it pulled it up before when I hit the
Okay,
SQL
okay.
command.
Can you share your screen?
Yeah, give me 1 second. Do you see it?
Yes. Okay. So you go to, is it a Mac?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, I will share my
Most of the
screen.
stuff has been the same
No,
though.
no. It's same because I don't see those options in here. Okay, particularly, yeah. Let me. I don't think even Mac would allow me to control your screen. Would it? Perfect. Can you click on the SQL in here, which is on the top thing?
Yep.
I mean, from the drop down. Yeah. Yeah, and say open SQL script. That's the first one. First one, open SQL script. And that should give you the list of
Yeah, so
the
it actually had this in here, but I was just trying to see if I could pull it up like you had it, where it shows it in your projects in the database navigator.
No, it wasn't showing in my database navigator.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't showing. It was just like it showed me open window, another window from where I can select my previously saved SQL script. It never shows on the database navigator though.
Got it.
Okay.
How do we save it again?